Hello, my myths, monsters, all sorts of folklore and legend. Welcome. I'm doing the SPG tier list I said I'd do, 1896, and I have a very special guest. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm here. I'm Jacob from PK Meta over on YouTube. It's crazy. I'm very excited. Thanks for
Yes,
having me.
if you want to follow PK Meta and any of their escapades, you can do so there. But yeah, we're both SPG fans, and I don't know. I heard that you hadn't listened to this album yet, and I need to review this for stream. So two and two went together, and here we are, reviewing
Yeah.
1896. I guess I like to start off these little things with like I took notes for this.
Oh yeah, me too.
Oh, nice, nice. Yeah, I um I also just have like a little paragraph both of like the lore updates for each album because there's lore. There's
Oh yeah, the lore. I was
yeah,
actually curious about that. I
yeah.
meant to look it up, but I didn't see anything about the lore for this
I'm.
album.
I mean, the last song does explicitly have some, but yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. That. All right, hold on. There we go. That's where it is. Okay, but yeah, lore wise, so what happens is, so first of all, there's a new character. There's Zero. He's been locked away in a basement, kind of like Hatchworth, and then in the '90s he was unearthed and he was part of the band and then left to pursue investment in the abstract concept of love. And he went bankrupt because of that and then rejoined the band back in 2016. And they offered open arms with him. And then Hatchworth decided to leave to go gold fishing in mines. That is the in lore explanation. Uh, Other bits of lore is that yeah, Zero is trapped in a basement, which is what the song "Lying Awake" is about, and then there's a band called Ollie and the Equinox Band, and they're a superhero crime fighting band. And then there's some lore at the end, which we'll talk about then. And then the actual history of the band is during 2016, Samuel Luke, who played Hatchworth, didn't feel as great a connection as he did to his character with the Bennett twins to their characters, and so he wanted to pursue other projects. And then the friend of the Bennetts, Brian Barberin, who plays Zero, offered to step in to be the new bassist. And over the course of 4 years, they started putting out singles, and then eventually that turned into this album. Uh, yeah, this is their most recent official album. This is crazy to think that's been 4 years already, and like now we're gonna get the album for SteamWorld Heist 2, which is technically not an official album, but I mean it's crazy nonetheless. Like they've been working on music for like 4 years.
Yeah, music's tough. It's
Yeah,
crazy to think I haven't listened to Steam Power Giraffe in that long either. It's kind of
yeah.
unfortunate.
I,
But I was really excited to listen to this, and well, my opinion will show through this tier list, I guess.
yeah. I guess we'll start with overall general opinion. This is my favorite SPG album. Like,
Nice.
I love this album. The way that it is both a celebration of like the band's efforts before, but also with them trying new styles of music throughout this album is really telling and showing that like they always have that creative spirit. And my opinions on the previous album, Quintessential, is that it was quite the opposite. So to see this is such a like refreshing change of pace. And like I think Zero is a great addition. He is my favorite bassist musically out of all of them. I love every bassist that the band has had, but Zero is my favorite musically. He has a really nice voice that's mostly deep, and like his songs range from like chill to up and peppy to very somber. I yeah, Rabbit and the Spine are great as always, and I don't know, this album just feels very well paced all throughout, which actually does show in like how each member gets 3 songs, and then they have two combined songs and then a song from Molly and the Equinox Band. It's I don't know, it's just really nice, and I don't know. For every other album from this band that I reviewed, there was at least one song in D tier from every other album. In this album, there was none. There were some songs
Oh.
in C tier, but none in B tier. Sorry, none in D tier, which I think shows how amazing this album is to me personally. This is my favorite, and I really like
Yeah,
it. What are your thoughts?
I'm inclined to agree with a lot of what you said. I don't know if it's my favorite,
Mm-hmm.
But so back when I heard the singles rolling out for this album, back after I'd like, Quintessential came out and I listened to it and I didn't like it that much.
Mm-hmm.
But I was still following the band and I saw Zero come in and I listened to the singles and they didn't really click for me. I'm not really sure why. It's just the sound was weird to me back then. This was back in like what, 2019?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
after I listened to it, I actually listened to it last night so I could have as
I
fresh of
listened to it
a opinion as
today,
possible.
so yeah.
Oh, valid, valid. And I liked it a lot. It was great. I don't know why the sound didn't click for me back then, but now it I can feel like the through line from their early albums to now.
Mm-hmm.
It really does remind me a lot of their early sound, and like you said, Zero is just such a great addition to the band. I
Mm-hmm.
love his voice and the songs he does. It was great. I was had such a great time listening to this album.
Yeah. I think I don't know. Like you can definitely see influence from like their other albums. Like with some of the Spine songs, you can see like their influences from the 2 Cent Show with like its westerny vibes, and then with like
Yeah.
Rabbit's like kind of poppy vibes, kind of like you could argue from Mark III and some parts of Vice Quadrant and Quintessential. And then yeah, Zero brings his whole new flavor. Like honestly, it kind of feels like it feels like a culmination of the past, the present, and the future. Honestly, that's how it feels with like the Spine kind of being like songs of the past, Rabbit being the songs of the present, then Zero, paving their way for the future of their albums.
hmm
Uh, but yeah, I really love this album. At least from what you remember, based off just like feeling right now, what would you say your favorite SPG album is from what you
My
remember?
favorite is probably 2 Cent Show.
Mm,
It's classic.
yeah, that's very much the Sonic 2 of all of the albums. It's like it's a lot of people's favorite.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I have more negative feelings about that album. I think objectively it's definitely like one of if not their best. I find some songs to be kind of not so great. I did actually talk about it with my friend Casey a while back, but yeah, I I think 2 Cent Show, yeah, there is some influence here, especially in the Spine songs, and yeah, Quintessential is my least favorite of it. So to
Yeah,
go from
I think
that
I'm
to this
inclined
is
to agree
so
with that.
yeah. I don't think it's a bad album. There's rough songs on it, but there are some really good ones on there. Like I think Dream Machine and Sleep Evil Sleep. Those are some of the best ones from that album, and they're genuinely really good. But
Malfunction
yeah, that
is
one's
my
great too.
favorite steam oof, steam powered giraffe song of all time. But every other song on that album just didn't click with me. It's really weird.
Yeah,
Like
that's
the one song is
yeah
so good and the rest just really wasn't for me.
that yeah. I kind of feel the same way with 2 Cent Show in some ways, where like not as like poorly, where it's like there's some songs on there like Honeybee and then Earhart and Automatonic Electronic Harmonics that are like those are some of my favorite SPG songs, and then there's other ones that like Little Birdie is such a nothing song. No disrespect to John Sprague, he's not gonna listen to this.
No, that's valid though, because
Yeah,
I don't know the last time I actually listened to that album in full. I just cherry pick the best ones because I
yeah,
think the
it
highs are
it
really
has some of
high,
the highest
but
highs
there
for
are a
sure.
lot of songs on that album that I just don't listen
Yeah,
to.
yeah, I think yeah. In my humble opinion, it's my second least favorite. It's still great though. It's still a really great
hmm
album. But yeah.
No, that's
Anyways,
totally valid. I totally get it.
yeah. But anyways, enough dilly dallying. We're here to review 1896. You got your tier list set up. You ready for this shindig?
Oh yeah, it's all ready.
Hell to the yeah. All right. Well, I guess we're gonna go in order and just talk about our feelings and all that stuff. All right. So first up is the overture. Uh, let's see. I'm gonna get my notes open. I really like this song. I think this is a pretty unique overture because like unique starting song because other songs like Steam Powered Giraffe or you know uh Clockwork Vaudeville, like those are like more instrumental, like less instrumentally songs and more like there's lyrics and other things that like play into it, and like they kind of like will say what the band's vibe is, but this one is purely through music, and I think that's really cool. I think like it's cool that each song is teased like melodically and it flows really well. I love the little bit where this is like Gigi's Rat Orchestra. I found that really funny. Um, I I would recommend this song, like not as a first song, but like as a hey, this is like a nice intro song. This gets like the vibe of the band together, and I don't know. It's like just the right length. Like it's not too like it
Hmm.
doesn't say it's well like overwhelming. Like it's only 2 minutes, so it doesn't like outstay the welcome. So yeah, I'd say like it's pretty good overall. I think I'd rank it in like low A tier. That's where I'd put it.
Okay. I put it in B tier.
Okay.
Um, I could definitely see a low A too because I love albums that have like that opening song that's like very intentionally the opener. Like it's like an intro, right? It's like a hype song. It gets you ready, it gets you
Mm,
excited to listen to the album, and
mm-hmm.
that's what this did for me.
Mm-hmm.
I was like just enamored immediately. It just immediately I was excited for the sound. I thought this was like, dang, this is good, and I was ready to listen to the rest of the album because I don't know if my tastes have changed in the last few years, or maybe it's me not having listened for so long. So going in, I didn't really have any expectations, but going in, just the it's just funky. It's like exciting and fresh, and I'm ready to go and listen to the rest of this. It was great. I loved it. So it's
Yeah.
a very solid B.
Yeah. I might. Okay. I'm gonna rearrange it a little. I think this is like top of B. I think that's where I'm gonna put it. Like it's
Hmm.
like close, like top of B, back of A. Like it really depends. Like you could ask me tomorrow, and I'd definitely say back of A. But yeah, I'd say like top of B. Yeah, I think I think like its biggest thing against it is that like it's just kind of over and done with. I think because it
Hmm.
is only 2 minutes.
Yeah, definitely not something I'd put in the queue, like if I'm queuing up music. But if I'm just listening to the album in full, it works absolutely wonderfully as an intro.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's see. Sorry. I'm trying to like regather some thoughts right now. I'm like thinking of things to say. Uh. All right. Okay. 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 Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. Okay. So. All right. Next up is Shattered Stars, which is Zero's first song on the album. I love this song so fucking much. I think, I think for one thing, it's like, it's just so pleasant. Like, I think Zero's like songs, like, besides Line Awake, we're gonna talk about that later, but like, they're just really pleasant. Like, they're really sweet, and I love, like how this one is just good vibes. It's like you're dancing with someone you love, and I don't know. I just love I I love how this one is bass forward. Like this is like this song has the bass in Zero, and like it's clearly their song, and then everything else is like nice backup. The drums, the keyboard is really nice. It's kind of got like some like uh like kind of some like funky vibes going about. It's very nice. It like it doesn't overstay its welcome, which is nice. Like it just like it earns every second, and I would definitely recommend this. Like as someone's like one of the first songs to recommend someone when recommending this band. I guess the only thing I personally don't like about it is like it's very much yes, this is a love song, and like other love songs, which we're gonna talk about later, like it does like do something new. This one is just like just more good vibes, but you know what? For what it does, I think it does really well, and I'm gonna put this in A. I just really love this song a lot, and like this is this is my favorite Zero song.
Okay, I was gonna put it in A, but after I listened to it all and I just sit and think about this song, it's gonna be wild for the second song that we're doing. I'm gonna put it straight up in S tier right now.
That's fair. That's 100% fair. It's really fucking good.
Just the swing, just immediately the swingy sound, just it hits so hard. I zero immediately like just dang, I don't know. And there I loved the just the harmonies that they do because I love steam powered giraffes harmonies. Just something about
Yes.
them are so clean and smooth. and I loved the bass, all the twanginess to this song, and like the funky instruments that made their way in. Like they had a little cowbell, they had a little tambourine in there. It all
Mm-hmm.
tickled my brain, super nice. It's just Steam Powered Giraffe's like super cheerful songs.
Yes.
Some of them can be a little straightforward, but this one, it's also straightforward, but they just make me giddy. They make me happy and they make me feel good. And this reminds me a lot of some of their older cheery songs. I couldn't name one off the top of my head, but
Uh,
it's just like
like
it feels
Steamboat
good.
Shenanigans is that one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
Stuff like that. It's just it makes you feel good.
yeah. I yes, yes. Yeah, this one does just make me feel good. I would I have a queer platonic partner, and I would just dance with them with this song. I think that would be fun, just to like dance to this song and just have a good time, because that's what this song is. It's just a good time, and like I don't know. I think it really speaks to like Zero's character, because the character of Zero, like he's kind of like he's like he's somewhat like the John, where it's like kind of like silly, like he's silly and quiet, but also like he has like a childlike innocence about him, and it's really I don't know, it's really endearing, and like this just shows like his wonder and like his like fun side. It's really beautiful.
Yeah, he has a very, from what I've listened to him, he has a very earnest vibe
Yeah,
to him, and
he's very
it's very
earnest
fun.
for sure. I yeah, there's a bit you know when they're live on stage, there's a bit where an EMP goes off, and then Rabbit and the Spine wake up in Japanese mode, and then Zero finds a remote to try to like, and he tries to like use it on them to reset them back to normal, and then he just keeps like setting off the self destruct sequence, and then the person in the background, the sound engineer, is like, "Now Zero, just let the professionals handle it," and Zero's like, "You know, I'm gonna press that button." It's just it's so
Oh,
funny.
oh yeah, that sounds so fun.
It's so
I would love to
funny.
see them live. The stuff I've seen, the clips I've seen, they seem so great
They
live.
are fucking great live. They're amazing. I have the DVD of their 10th anniversary show, and it's so much fun. Uh,
Oh, nice.
yeah, it's only $15 online. I recommend it. Yeah,
Ooh,
they're
I'll take a look. See.
yeah they get the old members to come back, and they each get a song.
Nice. That's so cool.
Yeah, it's sad that Upgrade doesn't get to sing her song, but I understand it. She doesn't really like singing, so that's her
Mhm.
prerogative. But yeah, I yeah, all right. I think I'm yeah, I don't know. That's like most of what I wanted to say for like that song. I don't know. Drums are great. I don't know. I just really it's just like very like a nice length. It's just pleasant. The song is pleasant. Like
Oh yeah.
this is just pleasantness incarnate, and I'm like I don't know. This is like one of my favorite songs from this album.
Oh yeah. It's so good.
Yeah. All right. Uh you ready to talk about Eat Your Heart?
Oh, I'm ready to talk about Eat Your Heart.
All right. This is very interesting. This kind of has like Suspender Man vibes, if you know what I mean, because it's very sinister.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
song about a really like at least I interpret it as such like a really bad relationship, like someone feeding off misery and how like that just leaves them feeling empty and they try to keep craving more. Like it's very cheery vibes for such a dark subject matter, which they've done before, and I think it works.
Hmm.
I think the like I don't know the lyrics they're very like they have like charismatic villain vibes. I really I love the I don't know I love like the electric guitar that goes with it. It's always nice when they use that. The it does feel slightly too long. Like I feel like it could be a slight tad shorter, and like I
Hmm.
wouldn't recommend this as someone's first song. Like if I recommended this first for someone, I feel like they'd maybe be perturbed and not listen to the band.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, but yeah, I think it is a very good song. It stands out most certainly, and it like it stands out because again, it's like it has such that sinister villainy vibe, and like I don't know, it's like it's not about a character. It's just about I don't know, kind of like a system, if you will. I don't know. I
Hmm.
really like that about it. That's what I interpret it as such, and also I'm not mentioning the music videos because I'm not gonna factor that in, but
Oh yeah,
the
I need
music
to watch
videos
those.
are really fun for this album. And Eat Your Heart Out has a really funny gag where they just pull out like super huge utensils, and it's like a 3 foot long spoon. Like that's what they just have. So
Just a scoop, just a scoop.
yeah, but yeah, I like this song a lot. I think it's not as good as Shattered Stars, but I think it's still very good, and it's very characteristic for Rabbit to be the voice of an evil witch. At least that's what I interpret
Yeah,
it as.
for sure. I would agree in saying that it's not as good as Shattered Stars. I am kind of mixed on this song.
Mm-hmm.
I really like the sound and just okay, steam powered giraffes voices, all the voices of like all their members, just they somehow just completely manage to just fit so perfectly with
Mm-hmm.
their musical stylings and
Yes.
their sound. So I loved that about this song specifically. That's just immediately what I thought. I'm like, dang, their voices are just so good. And the sound was super just snazzy. I liked it was cheery, right? But one thing that kind of ruins it for me, unfortunately, is just the lyrics. It is a little sinister, and personally, I'm not like a super big fan of those like kind of angsty, edgy, like interrelationship kind of songs. They're just not for me personally, and they're not necessarily like bad, but it's
Mm-hmm.
just not my kind of song to
Mm.
be honest.
That's
So it
yeah.
just kind of rubs me the wrong way,
Yeah.
and there are some like really high highs of this song. Oof, excuse me. High highs of this song
Mm-hmm.
because like if we completely remove the lyrics from the equation, I think I would absolutely adore this song. And there's one thing that this song does that I love when songs do is the ending when
Yes.
they just have the singer sing and they have no backing tracks or anything. I
Yes.
love it. It's cool and
Yes.
it's fun and it's so striking. So this song is
Yes.
definitely very striking and
Yes.
it's very unique. It's just
Yeah.
unfortunately for me, I don't like the subject matter all that much.
That's
So I'm
that's
it's like
fair.
either a D or a C for me.
I
It's a C. It's not that bad.
Yeah, I'd put it at like this is low A. I think it is nice that it's talking about the subject matter. I think like even just as a song on its own, it's just like it's nice, it's catchy, it's got like those kind of uh, like a little bit like 70s rock vibes with like the electric guitar and the drums. But yeah, I don't know. I like it. I think it's very good. I understand why you're perturbed. And you know, when I first listened to this song, I didn't like it all that much, if I'm honest. But like, it's grown on me, and there will be
Yeah,
some days where
yeah.
I'm just like, nah, it's more like a B. But at least now I'm like, yeah, no, this is pretty good. This is an A.
No, that's valid. It's definitely solid, and if I wasn't so turned away from that specific kind of music, and I definitely don't think they shouldn't do music like that,
Mm-hmm.
but if I wasn't so turned away, it'd definitely be a lot higher,
Yeah.
because it is very solid
I
otherwise.
yeah, I will say I think they do edgy better in a like the edgy part better later in a song later on this album, which we're gonna
Hmm.
get to. But yeah,
Ooh.
for now, are you ready to go to the first Spine song?
Oh yes, I am
Yes.
so ready.
All right. So this is "Bad Days on the Horizon." This is a very westerny, kind of southerny song that the Spine does. It's about trying to just mend a broken heart and try to find love. I don't know. It's as someone who's kind of sometimes a hopeless romantic, not self-described, but yeah, I kind of do relate to that of like feeling like will you take me in even though I'm broken? Like I've definitely felt that. Uh, some things I like about this song, you hear like Zero in the background with like his like low voice. I think that's very nice. It's it's got very nice instrumental, like the guitar like is very hammy, but I think it works, and
Hmm.
it does very much stand out because this is like like this is very much like a 2 Cent show song, or like Automatonic
Hmm.
Electronic Harmonics or Rex Marxley, where it's very like very southern, and
Yeah.
yeah, I I
That's exactly what I thought was
mm-hmm.
the automatonic electronic harmonics. That's the exact thing I wrote down in my
Yes,
notes because it's just immediately clicked.
yeah. I Yeah, I also do love the lyrics, even though they are cheesy. I think it's okay to have a cheesy song as long as it's like earnest and sincere. Like that's
Mhm.
kind of how I feel about like the Muppets, because like the Muppets are cheesy, but they're like sincere in their
Oh
cheesiness.
yeah, oh
So
yeah.
that's how I feel about this song personally. I will say I think it does overstay its welcome a little bit. Like it could have been a little shorter. Like it could have ended a little bit like towards the middle. I'm not gonna lie,
Mhm.
that bit where it sounds like it's gonna end and then it fakes you out. Like
That's how Spike's like twangy songs are.
Spine.
Electronic Harmonics does the same thing
You called
too,
him
where it
Spike.
sounds like it's gonna end.
You called him.
Oh, Spine. Shoot,
It's
you're right. It's
okay,
been so long.
Spike. But
It's
that's his evil twin from
he's
another
not the
universe.
dinosaur from My Little Pony.
He's not a dinosaur. He's
Okay.
a dragon. You get your MLP lore
Oh,
correct.
oh God, what am I doing?
You're on a stream. Deal with it. You don't get to edit
Oh,
this out. This isn't a
jeez.
video. Uh,
Everyone knows I don't know anything.
it's okay. I
But that's just kind of how his songs are. They kind of just go, and
Yeah,
I don't necessarily dislike it. I could
yeah.
see how
I
you could.
think so. Yeah, some Spine songs do feel a little long, and this one I think does. But I think it again. It's earnest enough that like it feels its place. I'd rank this like in like B tier below the overture. I think it's very good. I just think like there are certain like I understand why things could be a turn off for people, and also yeah, it's like it could have ended a little sooner.
Hmm.
Yeah. What?
I put it in A personally,
Yeah.
because I was just the second I heard that twangy westernness and I heard Spine start singing, I got so excited
Yeah.
because these songs are so good.
Mhm.
I'm just such a sucker for them. It reminded me of like we both said electronic harmonics, and it reminded me of Saturday Night a lot too. It's just something about it just works that way, you know.
Mhm. I.
This is the specific song that kind of made me start making these connections to their older songs, because
Mhm.
I recognize I like, oh, this reminds me of those songs that I just mentioned, and then I started thinking about the other songs, and those started to remind me of some of their older songs too, and it just feels like steam powered giraffe, and
Yes.
it was funky.
Yeah. Like this. Like not to bash on quintessential because I already did that in that stream. But like some of the songs on that didn't feel like a steam powered giraffe song. It felt like a song someone else would make. This every song on this feels like a steam powered giraffe song.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd rank this in B. I don't know. I do like it a lot, but I do recognize that there's some times where I'm like I will skip it just because I just like it is like a little bit of a commitment to like follow through with it. But
Right, yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
I it is worth it. Do you have any other like things you want to say about this song? Any other feelings it stirred up for you?
Nah, that's all I got.
Yeah, I think it's very much good, and I don't know.
How long is it?
Uh, it's almost 5 minutes. I just
Oh
feel
yeah,
like it just
okay, all
feels like
right.
it
It
drags on
does kind of feel like a
slightly.
5 minute song.
Yeah. Anyways, are you ready to talk about Intertwined, the next
I
Zero
sure
song?
am.
All right. I I used to not like this song so much. I I I still think this is my least favorite Zero song, but I think this
Mhm.
song is really good. Like this song, oh my god, it's just so chill. It's such good vibes. Like the lyrics are just very chill. It just feels like, hey, you're home, you're safe, you don't gotta worry about nothing. The bass is just so yeah, it's got that nice twang and it just feels relaxing and I don't know. Like I
Yeah.
think sometimes the lyrics are a little nonsensical and like they could have done a little bit more with instrumentation, but it's still very nice and like it earns every it's like 4 minutes and it feels just right. It's just right.
Mhm.
I'd recommend this song to anyone who just like wants to chill out, just have good vibes, and it stands out because like I feel like they don't really do a lot of chill songs. Like I'd say like that John did some like with Out in the Rain, but like there's not really a bunch of chill songs. Like there's somber songs, but this one's just it's just chill, and I like it.
Oh yeah.
I like how like it just flows all nicely. Like I I could listen to this song and fall asleep to it genuinely.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for
I
sure.
yeah. I
It
really
was.
like it.
It's a really simple song in
Mhm.
like such a good way.
Mhm.
Like I really don't have a lot to say about it because it's just something about just how it's like really low key. It's a very straightforward song. You know, you get what you get. It's just chill,
Hmm.
vibey, funky. It's nice. It was just a pleasant listening
Yeah,
experience.
I
It's one of those songs where I feel like when I listen to it, I'm just gonna lie down. I'm gonna like cross my arms over my chest, and I'm just gonna like float into outer space
yeah.
while I'm
Oh my
listening
god.
to it.
Yeah, I feel that. Like, I want to. Like those like listening to this band be like, I want to do one of that for Steam Powered Giraffe, and it's just like someone going through like a colorful nebula. Like that's how I feel when I listen to this
Yeah.
song.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I yeah, I just love it so much. I think like again, like the only quote unquote problems that I think it is slightly simplistic as you were saying, and like there's also like I don't know. Sometimes it just feels a little nonsensical with the lyrics, but I think that's fine. It's chill and like it can get away with that. I still really love it. I would put this in A, just behind Shattered Stars. I really love this song so much, and like I have like listened to this song just to relax, and it just feels right.
Oh yeah. I put it in B,
Yeah.
right above Overture.
Hmm. Yeah. Hell yeah. All right. Yeah. I don't know. I guess we're gonna go to the next song. Are you ready for it?
Oh yeah, I'm very ready.
All right. I'm just gonna rank this immediately. S. I love uh Latem Alterum. It's such a fucking good song. This is my favorite Steam Power Giraffe song.
Nice.
Yeah, I love it so much. All right, where to begin? So this song, it not only is it has some of the chill vibes of the song before, but it's more like cheerfully chill as opposed to like laid back chill. The I love the lyrics. It's just so like it's so weird and like it's nonsensical, but you can follow along to it. Like it's all about like learning to be okay with the beast inside of you. That's at least what I got from it. I love the ukulele that it uses. It's just very like as like you're on Hawaii Polynesian kind of like vibes, luau a little bit. Like it doesn't overstay its welcome. It's really easy to recommend because it's just so easy on the ears and like it just stands out because like I think it does have those vibes of that other rabbit songs will have sometimes where it's like sinister but it's upbeat, but like this one feels like a playful sinisterness, like more trickster. And I don't know, I just really love this song. I think it's there's no other song like it, and sometimes I will think that Earhart's a better song. It really depends, but I think for the most part, like if you were to ask me most days, I'd say this is my favorite Steam Power Giraffe song and one of my favorite like top 5 songs of all time. Yeah, I know that was a lot. I'm sorry, but I just
Oh,
really love
I
it.
no, no, no. Yeah. I definitely got the vibe that this was gonna be like a fan favorite. And I don't know if it's a fan favorite or not,
Mm,
but the
yeah.
fact that you say it's your favorite kind of like makes a lot of sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
I remember this being one of the singles that I heard when I was like kind of, so on listening to their music. Like I'd check them out every once in a while. This was one of the singles that I heard,
Mm-hmm.
and it didn't really click with me back then. Something about it was a little too goofy,
Mm-hmm.
but now I still think it's goofy, but it's like their songs are goofy. They're Steam Powered Giraffe. They make goofy music.
Mm-hmm.
And I was digging it. I love Rabbit's voice in this. I love her voice in all of her songs. They just work. It like I don't know, something about it. She's got a nice voice. I don't know. So it just it put me in a good mood. It's a good
Mm-hmm.
mood. Good mood song. I
Yes.
like around the 3 minute mark. There's like this funky little breakdown that they have.
Yeah,
I
like
don't remember
if you
exactly how
feel
it
you're
goes.
lost at sea, just take your eyes off me. That part.
I I don't know. They just do. It's like for like 5 seconds, they do something really
Oh,
funky with
yeah.
the rhythm,
Was it? I
and it
wanna
it just like
know.
blew my mind. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
It was cool. It was cool. It was fun. So
Yeah.
it's another B tier song for me. I liked it a lot more than when I first listened to it. It's solid. It's very solid.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah. This is S tier. I love this song so much. Like I don't know. It just makes me happy. Like when it came on, I was just like, I was just smiling. I was smiling the whole way through. I mean, same thing happened with Shattered Stars, but yeah, like this one was just smiles all
Hmm.
the way through. I really like it. Yeah, I yeah, I don't know. Is there anything else you want to say about this?
Nah, I
Yeah,
got
I
it.
could.
That's all.
Yeah, I could keep gushing.
Oh, I
I,
believe you. I totally believe you.
yeah, I don't know.
That's how it is with
It's
so
just
much
catchy.
work.
I just love this song. It's just so good.
Hmm.
Okay, yeah. All right. I guess next is "Hot on the Trail," which is the second Spine song. All right. So yeah, this song is also kind of like westerny, uh, inspired, kind of like uh, Bad Days on the Horizon, but this one very much has a different vibe. It kind of has the opposite vibe of like I'm in a bad relationship. Like this is how you failed me. Like this, we're not gonna work out. Like
Hmm.
it has those kind of vibes to it with like the lyrics and stuff. I think the lyrics are very good. I, again, they can be like a little overreachy with what they want to say, but I think in this case it works. And like I don't know, it's just very heavy. I'd say this song is like one of the heaviest songs on this album. Like it's got like a very like somewhat dark subject material, but I don't know, I really like it about that. Like instrumentally, it's like again, it's like has somewhat hard rock vibes. It's like instead of like kind of being like intensely angry, it's like intensely sad, and I don't know, like the synth and the bells work with it, and I don't know, I just like I think I think like even some of its problems, like I can like I'm okay with it. Like how it's like a little long, or how like it would be a little hard to recommend it, or how like kind of compared to like what's happened before, it's kind of jarring that we have two westerny Spine songs within the same album. Like I don't mind
Yeah.
them. I like both songs. It's just kind of weird that it's happened. So it does kind of lose its standout nature, but I think it is still a very striking song. It's very much there. It has something to say, and it's gonna say it loud and proud. And I really like that about this song. It's just very good, and I don't know. It like this is a song that like I am willing to like listen through all the way because it just works very well. I don't know. I like it. I like it more than Bad Days on the Horizon. I'd put it
Okay.
in B tier.
All right, valid.
Yeah.
I I don't know. This song is fine. To me, that's kind of all it was. Unfortunately, it was just kind of fine.
Mm.
I thought, in the grander scheme of their songs, it felt a little weak. It felt kind of generic. Like you said, it is the second westerny song on the album.
Been there,
So
done
I do
that.
think, yeah, for me, it got a little outshined by Bad Days on the Horizon, and it gets outshined by some other westerny songs of theirs too.
Mm-hmm.
It just, to me personally, nothing really stood out about it. Like, it's not bad. I don't think it's bad. It's just, it's okay. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Where would you rank it? I put it in B. Where would you put it? Like,
I put it in C.
fair enough. Yeah.
It's fine. It's
I
solid.
think
It's not bad.
I think like in terms of like Spine songs that are like the Spine being like frustrated at the state of things, I'd say that Wired Wrong does like a better job at that because it's like I feel like it's a very personable song, but it has like kind of that happy message at the end of like we're wired wrong, and we're gonna get through it.
Hmm.
Like we're not alone. Like
Yeah,
this,
that's fair.
yeah, this one is just kind of like I have a very shitty relationship, which is fair to vent about through music. But yeah,
Hmm.
I I do like this song, and I will be happy to listen to it when I do like a full album listen through of this album. So yeah, I put it in B. It's it's all right. I how you feel about this song is kind of how I feel about Fancy Shoes actually. Uh,
Yeah, okay. That's what is that?
that's Hatchworth's song. It's from Mark III. That's like
Okay, okay. That one's weird.
yeah that one.
The music video for that one is so weird.
Yeah, they.
That's so
I love how they made
bizarre.
a prop arm for Hatchworth. That's pretty funny.
Hmm.
Yeah. Anyways, you ready for the next song?
Yes.
All right. It's a very intensive shift. We got the very amazing "Lying Awake." This is Zero's most popular song. This is the song they did for the 10th anniversary show, and like I don't know, this is like like you know the song "Electricity Is in My Soul." Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, each band member gets their own unique verse in that song, and for Zero, when they perform it, he references "Lying Awake" actually. So
Oh, that's fun.
yeah, uh, I'd say I really like this song. I love like the lore implications you can get from it about you know Zero being trapped in the basement, just wanting to escape. Uh, I think, like, at least for me personally, like, I saw, like, someone make a post somewhere, and I agree with it, where it's like, you can interpret this song about this is about dissociation and about how you're lying awake and you feel so far away. It's,
Hmm.
yeah, I think it's really, really good. I don't know. I love how, like, it's mostly just guitar and bass and some synth. Like those are like the main components. Like it works very well. It starts off with some synth and it's like kind of melancholic, and then it gets intensive. Like the rap breakdown in the middle of the song is very fun. I love uh, I love the segment at the end where they're all like singing the same like lyrics over and over until they all say "still so far away." It's like I don't know. It's a very unique song from Zero's other songs because like his other
Hmm.
ones were like cheery and chill, and this one is like intense and sad. I'd say like the biggest weaknesses this song has is that it's a little repetitive. Like it's just a little slightly too long. Like not enough for it to like be annoying when I listen through it all the way through, but it's like nags me just a slight. And also, this is a little bit of a weird song to recommend. I'd say like after someone listens to a few songs, I'd say, hey, listen to this one. I wouldn't do it as a first because it's very like, it's very intense. But other than that,
Hmm.
I really like this song. I think it's really good. I don't know. I think I'd also put it in A. I love like the messaging and like the imagery that this song portrays. It's just very good, and I don't know. The like I think Zero is my favorite bassist. I mean, other albums in the future will come to tell, but like every other bassist, like the John and Hatchworth, like I can point to a few of their songs from like their first albums, uh, and their albumography overall, where it's like, oh yeah, they kind of didn't make a great song here. But with Zero, I think all of his songs are bangers. So
Oh yeah.
yeah. Anyways, what are your thoughts?
I also put it up in A because it's ah it's immediately the raw funk just hit me so hard.
Mm-hmm.
It is just the funkiest song on the album, I think.
Mm-hmm.
This is really what made me realize like Zero, his performance on this album, and just it was so incredible.
Mm-hmm.
It's that's the biggest thing about this song is just the funkiness. It
Mm-hmm.
it drove me crazy in
Mm-hmm.
the best way.
Yeah.
I was just constantly hooked by it. And then there's this bit near the end of the song, around the 4 minute mark, where the instruments cut out for a minute, and then
Yeah.
he's singing,
Yeah, I
and
love
then they
that part.
layer Spine on top of it, and it's
Mm-hmm.
oh my gosh, dude, it was
Yeah.
so
It
good.
is. It's so freaking good. I'd say like objectively this is the best song on the album. Subjectively, it's A, and I really love it. But
Mm.
yeah, like
Yeah,
I
I
think
could definitely see how
yeah.
it'd be one of the fans' more favorite songs of Zeros, because
Yeah.
it's so good.
Yeah, back before this out, like that song officially like released on their YouTube, they'd perform it in like live performances and they for live streams and stuff, and people would like uh, pirate it, but still they'd pirate it because they just wanted people to listen to that because it's so good, and
Hmm.
it is so good.
It's great.
Yeah, uh, yeah, that's all I gotta say about it. A really
Yeah,
great
me too.
song. Yeah,
Very strong A. Probably
second
at the
favorite
top of
Zero
A.
song. Uh, yeah, this is just like slightly before the top. It's very much the top, like near the top
For
though.
sure.
For me. Are you ready to move on to "Transformed" by
Yes,
Rabbit?
I am.
All right. So this song originally started out when Rabbit first came out. Uh, Well, I think it was like maybe like 6 months after she came out and like went on estrogen. Like it was like a little bit like then. So basically, she
Hmm.
wanted to write a song about her experiences and then wrote "Transform," and it was just like her singing and with some backing accordion. And then for this album, they turned it into a full song, and I think this song is really good. I think this song, like lyrically, like I'm trans woman, so I very much relate to the experiences of like I don't know, wishing you could just transform and have it all the pain go away. I love
Hmm.
how this song kind of is like told in 3 acts almost. There's like the beginning where it's like everything's calm and peaceful and like the dreams, and then the middle where it's like a bunch of musical styles are like shifting in. The song itself is transforming, and then the ending bit, which also references Honeybee, which is great. And they then like it leaves off of like if I could transform, it'd be much too easy. uh
Hmm.
I don't know, like I love that about it. I think the instruments are great. I love like it kind of has somewhat like European vibes with the accordion in the first like part of it. And
Yeah.
I think it very much does stand out because it's like it's a song that transforms. It's like it turns into so many things, and I think that's cool. I'd say like I'd say like this song is kind of long. I'd say like even though I love the middle section, like it kind of wasn't needed, and they do scrap it for like when they do it just like like acoustically. And also the song's a little hard to recommend because like yeah, there's that weird like jarring shift. It's like when someone gets used to the weirdness, it's like, oh, okay, this is just steam powered giraffe. But yeah, like I couldn't recommend this as a first song. And then
Hmm.
yeah, I don't know. Besides that, I think this song is really good, and I would personally put it in A above "Eat Your Heart Out." This is a really good song, and I don't know, like I'm just so glad that Bunny could like write a song about her experiences. This is awesome. Do you have anything you want to say?
Yeah, I didn't know the backstory of this song, so that's really interesting to hear. That's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I also put it in A. The opening section, I immediately kind of like knew this kind of song I was in for.
Mm-hmm.
They're like bittersweet-ish kind of songs. Just
Mm-hmm.
they kind of hit you right in the gut in like
Yeah.
the best way. It's like, oh dang, this opener is like brutal in such a good way. And actually, it's funny. I was already like kind of thinking about Honeybee when I was listening to this song. I'm like, this reminds me a lot of Honeybee, and it's really funny because then they actually just quoted
Yeah.
that
They
song
just put
later
that
on,
in
and
there.
I'm like,
Yeah.
wait a minute,
They
wait a
know.
minute. And like I like started writing in all caps in my note. It just started writing like, oh wait, what? Honeybee reference? Bunch of question marks, and it was solid. I don't think it's one of their most bittersweet songs, but it still hits like one, and it's it's also kind of goofy. A lot of their songs are just I keep coming back to the fact that they're a little goofy, and I
Mm-hmm.
like it. It's fun. It's so fun because the genre changes around the middle section I wasn't ready for, and they started doing it, and I'm like, wow, this is kind of silly, and I'm down for it. I was giggling a little bit, but I was like into it because it's
Mm-hmm.
fun, you know. It's
It's
like
fun.
it's what the song is. It's
Yeah.
transformed, so the song's transforming,
Yeah.
and it's great. It's great.
Yeah, that's what happens when you go on E. Like you have an Elton John phase, and then you have like a hard rock phase, and, and then you go back to normal. That's how it works on
Yeah,
estrogen.
uh-huh. That's exactly what happens.
Yeah, yeah. I should know. I'm on estrogen. I I'm almost 3 years. That's fun. That I just realized that just
Ooh,
now. That's crazy.
it's a lot of years.
Yeah, it's a lot of
Three to be precise.
yeah. I yeah. It's in like 2 weeks. That's when my anniversary is for estrogen.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. But yeah, where would you rank this song,
I put it in A. I think I put
Sam?
it at the bottom of A. It's
I
it's a
mine
cute
is the
song. I
near
like it.
bottom of A. I Eat Your Heart Out's like just before, just at the bottom. But yeah,
Hmm.
I I really love I don't know. I really love this song a lot. It's a very like sweet and endearing and yeah, bittersweet song.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Is there any other notes you want to say about that, or are we gonna go to the
Nah,
last
that's all I
Spine
got. Let's
song?
let's head up to the next one.
All right. So this song is Ollie and the Equinox Band. This is much like a song like Rex Marksley, Captain Albert Alexander, like songs like that, where they're
Mm-hmm.
a song about a hero from, you know, from the olden days. And those songs kind of had more like folk hero vibes as opposed to like this one where it's more like a superhero, where it's like this is like a Saturday morning cartoon kind of theme song, you know? And I
Yeah.
really love it. Like, Alan and the Equinox Band is very much inspired by the Beatles and other like superhero shenanigans from the 70s, and like it really shows in the music of this song where it's like the electric guitar is there, the drums are there. It's like it's got that fun kind of cheesy rock vibe. There's let's see. Let me look through my notes. Yes, it's a very long song. It's almost 6 minutes, but I think for the most part, it earns every minute. Like there are some, I think like the ending could have been cut a little bit, but besides that, I think it's really good. I really love just the poppy vibes of it. I could like recommend the song easily because it's like mostly an easy listen. It very much does stand out because it is like a theme song, and like I don't know. Again, they do like songs about characters, but this one just feels like yeah, this is like something you'd see on Saturday morning cartoon. And I don't know the instruments are great, and just like lyrically, it's just so much fun. Just like I don't know, like it tells a story, which is nice, and
Mm-hmm.
like you really feel like oh, this band is real, like after this, you're gonna watch the first episode of the show, and they're gonna be
Yeah.
fighting monsters or something. So yeah, I really love this song. I personally would put this at the top of A. I think it's just so much fun, and I think other songs in this, in this tier of mine, do things better, like Shattered Stars and Lying Awake. But also, I think this one is just good old fun, and like I can't argue with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm put it in the middle of B,
Mhm.
on the lower end of the four that I have in B, but
Mhm.
not the lowest.
Mhm.
I was bobbing my head during this one.
Mhm.
It's catchy. It was very catchy. That's the one thing that stood out to me right away. Is just the rhythm of it was super catchy. Is I like the Ali and
And
the
the
Equinox,
Equinox
but that
band.
repeat part. Oh man, it's just catchy. I something I really like about Steam Power Giraffe's music lineup is just their story songs, the
Yes.
ones that tell a story.
Yeah.
And I want to read the lyrics of this one next time I listen to it because I didn't really catch everything they were saying, but it's just it did remind me as well of Captain Albert Alexander. I did want to say that as well because you brought that up, and I
Mhm.
immediately was like, yeah, that's I was thinking the exact same thing. That's
Yeah.
what I've written down in my notes,
Yeah.
and I want to listen to the song and read the lyrics at the same time so I can internalize it a little bit better
Mhm.
because their story songs are always just kind of interesting to look at and
Yeah.
see,
Very much so.
and it's just a very fun, catchy song. And there's this bit around the halfway point where it feels like the song is about to end, and then out of nowhere this
Yeah.
guitar just comes screeching in, and I'm like, oh dang, it's going crazy.
Yeah.
So
I
I was
I
so
love the
digging it.
joke bit where it's like drum solo and the drum solo is pathetic. Like that part's
Oh
kind of
yeah, that
funny.
was fun. That was funny.
Yeah. Yeah. Also the way you kept saying story song reminds me of a bit that SPG did where I think this was during their like 2 cents show days where it was like Rabbit in the spine and Rabbit's just the spine no the spine's like we take a story and a song. He puts both like fingers up together and he's like we merge them together and then Rabbit's just like mimicking him and making fun of him and then Rabbit's like I don't like that idea. But if we take a story and a song and we make a story song by merging them together, and then everyone else in the band's like, yeah, that's a great idea. And then Spine's like, yeah, great idea, Rabbit.
Yeah, that one guy that tells the joke and the other one who says it louder.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's pretty funny. But yeah, I really love this song, and also this song does come later in one of the later bits, which we're gonna talk about. But yeah, these are
Ooh,
all the main
yeah.
songs of the album. Like the other two are extras, and I'm going to rank them, but like I personally keep them off because I think they're like bonuses as opposed to like the
Yeah,
main
I can
songs.
see
Because
that.
like when they made this album, they also made an acoustic version. They didn't do the last two songs for the acoustic. They just did the
Hmm.
first
Makes
10.
sense.
Yeah. Anyways, You ready to talk about what's in a name? These ones are
No,
probably gonna go
I am
fast.
ready to talk about this one.
Yeah, this one is mostly just a joke. I'm just gonna rank it C. I think it is pretty funny, like how absurd it is. It goes on for 6 minutes, and like it is very long, but that's the joke. And
Hmm.
also, it is I don't know. It did make me crack a smile because of some of the bits on it, like the rabbit being like, "Is it filled with chocolate sauce?" It's just so
Yeah,
silly, and I I don't know. It was kind of nice that they did something for their Patreon members. It was like, oh, you get to be in a song, and it's 6 minutes, and we're just listing your names to a
yeah,
beat. And and I love that bit where like Zero's like, Spite, spit those out of your mouth. That's funny. But yeah, other than that, it's just kind of like a one track. It's like it's just a one trick pony. It's the same joke, and
hmm,
I don't really listen to this song because like once I listen to Ollie and the Equinox Band, I just end my listening there. But yeah, like
yeah,
it's all right. I think it's funny enough that like it's worth listening to one time at least.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Is there anything else you
I
want to say about it?
I put it. I was gonna put it in C when I was listening to it originally, cause it really is just 5 6 minutes of them just saying names, and some of the names were funny. So it's just funny to hear them say some of these goofy names. I heard them say Kenny Omega, and I was like, Kenny Omega. They said Kenny Omega. So
I
it's very goofy song in that
uh,
regards. They like tax evasion is one of them,
yeah, that was funny. I love that bit.
And
Yeah.
as the song went on, like especially in the last chorus, it became just self-aware enough for me to bump it up to the bottom of B, where they're just like, "Please let it end."
Yeah.
It kind of gives me pokey rap vibes in a way.
If they did their own version of the Punky Rap, but with their Patreon members, that'd be so fucking funny.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, God. Yeah. I guess one last thing to note is I actually know one of the people who pledged to this to the Patreon at the time, which is Cleaver Bacon. Hi Cleaver Bacon, if you're watching, you're pretty cool.
Yo, shout out. That's crazy.
Shout out to Cleaver Bacon. You're pretty and cool, and you're pretty cool. All right. Yeah, I put it at C. Anyways, are you ready to talk about the last bit of this
I
album?
am.
All
I
right.
am.
We have Laying Down in Your Arms. I'm going to put it in C as well. This is the top of C for me. I the song itself that actually plays is simplistic, but it's neat. It's like it's a very like simple song, but it's kind of like you dance to it. It's a little ditty. The thing that makes it like fully a C though is that bumps it up because otherwise it'd just be a D for me. But yeah, this that makes what truly makes it like special is the lore in it. So uh, what do you remember about the Vice Quadrant, if anything?
I don't remember a lot, to be honest. It's been so long since I've listened to them. The only song I can like actually remember is Fire Fire.
Yeah, that song's great. Also listen to Soliton. That's another great one from there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Vice Quadrant. That was their lore album. I think it's a really good album. I think it has problems and some bad songs, but like if you're willing to like listen to the story, it's really fun. And they do detail the story out on their Wikipedia. Sorry, not their Wikipedia, their website. So you can follow along. But basically, the whole plot of the Vice Quadrant, to put it very simply, is uh, so there's two universes. There's the Prime universe and the Omega universe. Prime universe is the one where SPG is from, and then Omega is an alternate one. So in in the Prime universe, two things happen. One is SPG goes to fight a space giant in the sky. Sorry, in the stars, and then they do that, and then they go back home. And then the other more major plot is basically there's uh there's a guy, Peter Walter the Fourth, and he has a very interesting day where he uh, he basically is split into two different universes, Prime and Omega. And in Prime, he becomes a superhero and then goes to Omega because he has depression and his wife died. And then in Omega, the the thing that gave him superpowers went to space DNA instead, and then he fell in love with the space DNA, and then he became power hungry, and then people killed him instead of talking it out with him, and then an ancient space deity gave him powers, and he turned into what's called the Necronaut. It sounds really confusing, and it is if you don't know the lore like I do. Anyways, so the Necronaut is the main villain of SPG and of the Vice Quadrant. And in Quintessential, at the end of Dream Machine, he actually teleports to Earth. And then at the end of this song, he kills Ollie and the Equinox Band, and that's where that song's stinger ending comes from. So it's
It's so messed up.
yeah,
Why they gotta do that?
yep. They look the the um the Necronaut is basically everything anti SPG. He hates creativity and love. He believes in perfection, that he is perfect and that he must perfect the universe. And he's just like a sociopathic egomaniac, and he wants to kill SPG because he's just made of pure evil.
Hey, bro, who's the biggest hater?
Yeah, it's his story is actually really sad within the context of the Vice Quadrant, because basically his story is that uh, actually partially details this in Fire, but in the Omega universe, Peter Walter the Fourth, his crew dies in a space fire, which is what Fire is about, and he has survivor's guilt about it. And then his space crew gets attacked again by a space lady, but the space lady saves him and gives him powers. And at first it's good. They fall in love, but then like he goes power hungry and he starts just destroying a bunch of shit, and then he gets his space powers removed, and then he's killed. And he, I don't know, like his whole life has been experienced with pain and like unlovability, and like he basically made a deal with the devil, if you will. And so that's why he is the way he is. I'm not excusing any of his behavior, but I'm just
Yeah.
saying. Yeah. Anyways, that's the lore of this album. I have no fucking clue where the lore is gonna go next, but I'm excited to see what they do.
I
Uh,
need to read up on the lore because it's been
I
so long since I've looked at it. I love lore bands. A
you
couple lore bands.
there's
Gorillas, their lore is great. Steam Powered Giraffe, I love their lore.
here
It's such an
there's
inspiration to the way I write. I need to catch up
here
because
I'm
it's
gonna
so cool
there's
and
a
fun.
here I'm gonna send you a video. Actually, there's a video that's the lore of Steam Power Draft. That's where I first learned about all the lore, and it makes it really
Yo,
easy.
I love lore videos.
Yeah, let's see, some Power Giraffe lore. There we go. Uh, yeah, it's less than 20 minutes, so yeah. The Vice Quadrant is fun. If you're willing to like listen along to the story, it's really fun. Like you can see the character arcs happening. I
Yeah, I really like albums like that, so I need to listen to it again because it's been so long and I don't know if I actually ever listened to it in full. But just story albums like that are fun.
mm-hmm.
And this song, lore is cool, but yeah, the song itself is kind of just
Whatever.
it's whatever. It's
It
definitely
very
it's
much
at
would
the
have been a
bottom
song
of the
popular
tier
back
list
in the
for me.
60s and 70s.
Yeah, I put it at the bottom of C, which is actually the lowest my tier list goes.
Yeah.
And I, pretty much this song is Ali and the Equinox Band spotted. That's pretty much
Yeah.
like the full
And
song.
then they
And then they
die.
hit you at the end and you're like, "What?"
Ah, lordy.
But
Alright.
the song itself is just it's whatever.
Yeah. Anyways, that's the tier list, y'all. I'm gonna be. Alright, I'm, I'm going to take a screenshot of this so I can save it for later and we can compare notes.
Ooh.
Yeah. Alright. Alright. Do you want to, like, take a screenshot of your,
Yeah, I
thing?
could do that.
Yeah,
I'll do
cool.
it in MS Paint.
Yo, Emma's paint. The best paint.
I do the print screen, paste it into Paint, crop it there. I don't know how to do the other way.
That's fine. Whatever
It
works, you
works.
know?
It works.
What works is what works. Uh, yeah. God. And, yeah.
There
Here.
you go.
I'll send you mine because that would be fair. It's.
True.
Alright. Yep. That's mine. Alright, here.
Oh, you got a big A tier.
Again, I love this album. Like,
Valid. It's so fun. I'm glad I gave it a chance. because
thank you
it
for being on here. This I'm so glad I got to introduce you to this band again.
yeah, this gave me the opportunity to listen to such a good album because I probably wouldn't have otherwise. Because I would have just had the same opinion I did back then, where I just kind of passively avoid it. Not like I have a vendetta against it or anything, but it's like I never really had any reason to seek it out because I kind of, it's just that's just yeah, I don't know. I was not super excited to listen to it back then, but now I listen to it and it really hit the spot, and I'm really
Yeah,
surprised that I didn't like it back then. I'm glad
yeah. I
I
think.
gave it a chance because either my tastes have changed or something,
Mm-hmm.
but it's so good. It's so good, and I think I'm hooked again. I'm ready to listen to more Steam Powered Giraffe because
Yeah,
I've been slowly getting back into them, and this I think is what just pushed me over the edge. Whenever their
yeah.
next album comes out, day one I'm
I
fiending it.
it's gonna come out in 6 days, so there you go.
Wait, actually?
Actually, yeah,
What?
a
No
single
way.
a single's already out for it. It's called
Oh,
A Life of Undelightment. It's
oh
very
shit.
good.
Okay. I didn't know that.
It's for Steam World Heist 2 specifically.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, it's gonna. I think it's gonna be like a dozen songs, but yeah. Anyways,
Ooh, that's a lot.
yeah. Anyways, they have been working on it for like 4 years, so yeah.
That's
All right.
valid. Yeah.
Anyways, one last thing for me to do for this stream is I gotta rank all the albums. And I mean, I'm gonna do a stream later by myself where I rank every song because it's
Ooh.
part of my duty at this point. But yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Anyways, so all right, so in low A is album one, specifically the version with upgrade because they released that
Hmm.
in 2017. If you haven't listened to that version, I recommend it.
Oh, I
Upgrade song
have.
is really
I
good.
love
Yeah,
the songs on that one.
yeah, it's very good. I think it's very good. It can be very slow, and there are some dud songs I I'm not the biggest fan of a Song of Tomorrow and some others, but yeah, I think there's
Hmm.
some really classic songs on there. Uh, 2 Cent Show, I'm gonna put in
Okay,
B.
actually, wait. Before you move on to 2 Cent Show, I want to say something very specific about album one.
Yeah, go ahead.
I love the YouTube version of Brass Goggles way more than
Yeah,
the
yeah, the live
album
version. The live
version.
versions of some of the songs are way
Oh my
better.
gosh, the
Yeah.
one on YouTube just it hits different, and
Yes, because it's
it doesn't
faster.
sound the
It's
same on
faster.
Spotify. It makes me so mad.
Yeah, well, I mean that version on YouTube is also technically on Spotify. There, if
Wait,
you look,
is it?
technically. So
I need to
if
replace it on my
all right,
playlist.
okay, so if you go to Steam Powered Giraffe, there's a 2011 album that they did. That version is with brass has brass goggles, and it is basically the YouTube version where it's faster and it's like yeah, it's very good.
Okay, I'm going to replace it right now
Yeah, I
because
think
I
their
love the
live
YouTube
versions of
version.
certain songs are better. Like I do love their live version of Out in the Rain and Juju Magic more. Yeah. Anyways, yes.
Okay, continue.
Yeah,
Apologies
you're
for
good.
the
You're good. You're good.
interruption.
You're good. Hey, you listen to the live albums. The live albums are really good. There's that one. There's also one from 2014 and a live EP from 2021 where they do live versions of Honeybee, Lying Awake,
Ooh,
and Clockwork Vaudeville. Anyways,
I will.
yeah. Okay, so yeah, 2 Cent Show. I'm gonna put in B tier. I think 2 Cent Show has some of the best songs of their repertoire. Honeybee, Earhart, like Atomic Electronic Harmonics. Those are some of the best songs that they've ever made. But I think that there are some songs that just drag it down, and other problems in other songs that like not a lot of people talk about. Still, I think it's a great album, and this is one of the first albums I would recommend. I think objectively it's possibly their best album, but subjectively I don't like it as much as others. Then there's let's see. Then there's Mark III, which is the top of A. Mark III is really great. I love its use of synth and electronic. It also still has classic feels with some of their songs, like 50s doo-wop kind of vibes with some of the songs. It's very good. I very much love it. Vice Quadrant, although the lore is really tricky, I think it is worth it to listen to. I love a lot of songs like Soliton, Whale Song, Fire Fire, uh, Commander Cosmo. Those ones are really good, and I love like the storytelling. I know it's not for everyone, but I love it. Like objectively, I'd put it in C. Subjectively, I'm gonna put it in B. I didn't review the music of SteamWorld Heist, so I'm not gonna rank it. Quintessential D. I just think some songs are just so tiring, and I really don't want to listen to them.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I think Quintessential has my least favorite Steam Power Giraffe song on it. I don't even remember the name. That's how much I don't like it.
Dang, brutal.
And then finally, 1896 S in a league of its own. It's just so good, and I love this album, and I will listen to it and recommend it to people just easily on a dime. Anyways, yeah. So where would you rank 1896, just based off like, I don't know, an S to D ranking, like just as an album on its own?
I think I'd put it in A tier. It's probably my second favorite album.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have to like go and listen to them all again to
Mm-hmm.
be super certain about it.
Mm-hmm.
It honestly, if I wasn't just so nostalgic over 2 Cent Show, it might be better, you know. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm just nostalgic for it, so I'm
Yeah.
really
Hey,
biased.
this.
If I removed that bias, 1896 goes crazy.
Yeah, it's great. I think none of the songs are bad. They're all fun. They're all catchy. They I don't know. They all do something different. There's got even if you don't love the album, there's got to be at least one song on it for you. I
Hmm.
love it. I recommend it. Yeah. Also, you should rewatch all the listen to re-listen to all the music. It's really phenomenal.
I definitely will.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I'm glad I could reintroduce you to this band. Like, you got catching up to. There's the live albums. There's the single that I mentioned before that they released. And they're gonna make that new album in under a week. So
Oh gosh.
yeah, I'm excited. Like when I saw the SteamWorld Heist announcement trailer on Nintendo's Direct, I was like, "Is Steam Power Giraffe gonna do the music?" And then like I looked up the trailer later, and it was just playing the Steam Power Giraffe song. I was like, "Yes, they're doing it!" And I was so
Yay.
excited.
I gotta play that. I gotta play those games. They
It,
seem
they're
fun.
they're very good. If you like tactical kind of like games, then they're up your alley.
It's
Uh,
on sale right now. Steam World Heist, 374 on Steam.
yeah, it's yeah, that game goes on sale a lot. But yeah, uh, I'm I'm excited for the new album. I'm gonna listen to it like midnight, and I'm gonna fucking like just scream because I'm gonna be so
Yeah.
happy. All right. I guess that's that. Is there? I guess since you're my special guest, is there anyone you want me to raid on Twitch.tv?
Oh, you can raid people?
Yeah, you can
I
raid
don't
people.
know. I can't think of anybody.
That's
You could
okay.
pick cuz
That's
I
okay.
don't know. I
You're
don't
good. You're
follow a lot
good.
of people on Twitch.
That's okay. Yeah, but basically on Twitch, you can give all your viewers to someone else. That's what a raid is.
True.
Yeah. All right. There's a few of my friends that are streaming. You know what? I'm gonna raid my friend Void Katie because I haven't seen her in a while, and I miss her. I miss my friend Katie. So we're gonna do that. Uh,
Let's go.
let's go. We're gonna raid Void KT. Hold on. Yep, that's making sure there's no space because sometimes in a username it'll be like a space or a hyphen or something. I'm just like, God
Mhm.
damn it! Now I gotta retype the whole thing. All right. Well, before we go, special shout outs to my lovely guest. You want to tell my audience where they can find you?
Yeah, you can find me on PK Meta on YouTube or some variation of PK period meta, PK underscore meta, PK dash meta on other social media. It's different on all of them because people took the names.
Mm-hmm.
Go follow. It's me and my friend Joe. Go subscribe,
Hell
please.
yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And also, yeah, my stuff, if you want to follow me, obviously follow my very special guest on different social medias. Yes, I have VTubing group. I have my friend who made this PNG and all my other friends who just make art for me in general. Thank you so much, everybody who showed up. Thank you for
Yeah,
going on
thank
this
you.
Steam Power journey with me. Uh, yeah, next week I'm gonna be reviewing every song, and I'm gonna do that by myself unless I can find someone who's listened to every song. This is all right. Well,
Yeah, good luck.
yeah, thank you. Take care, everybody. Bye bye. We're gonna be rating Void Katie. Bye.